Hey guys, another video. I am 95 / played 1 day, 7 hours, 8 minutes, and 3 times death. So I'll run a map, and then I'll talk about the changes I did on the tree. Okay, so Herald, Device, Discipline, and Wrath. Alright, my Whirling Blades is 234. I changed my tree a little bit, and Wall Spark is 7.14, and regular Spark is 31. So those are my stats. Anything else to see? I think that's pretty much it. So here you go. When you play, be sure to pop your Vinktars um, and your anti-shock flask at the same time. Or I guess you want to pop the anti-shock slightly before the Vinktars, so there's absolutely zero amount of time that you get shocked for. So make sure you do that. Don't get shocked. So you see me, oh boy. When I'm pressing it, I always put my anti-shock, my 3, before my Vinktars. So, you have because it prevents it while you have the anti-shock flask up. So, that's what you do, don't get shocked. And also, pop your roomies quite a bit. Even without Druidic Rate, your flask should be like up almost always, so you can kind of be a little sloppy with it. Maybe be a little careful with Vinktars. Oh boy. Wow. Yeah, you have to be a little careful with Vinktars. I have Cast with Damage Warlord's Mark, and that helps a lot. Highly recommend it. Especially if you screw up Vinktars, at least the Warlord's Mark will go off on a non-curse immune map, and then it will maybe save you sometimes a little bit of scare from your HP dropping from no leech. So that's a map. I guess I could run a Gorge too. Temp Chain Gorge. Oh, I guess I'll do this. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, I have my ores on my shield. You don't have to, but I think it's not bad because it saves like some space because you have to put the herald on a 4-link, and the shield has to go on a. The shield only has a 3-link, so if you're gonna put something on it, you're limited. I guess you could also put like cast one damage taken warlords on the shield and Mortal Call. That works too. So you don't have to put it on the shield. It's just something I did. Yeah, the worst part of this build is picking up items because it takes forever to go to them. And sometimes you can't even find the items. What happens is like the sound plays twice, and each time it's not on your screen, it will play again if it comes close to your screen. So you really have to like see the item before it stops making the repeated noises. So keep that in mind when you play. This is kind of irritating, but you're getting drops, so I guess you can't really complain too much. Yeah, this map is really good on like gorges and springs, and like if you were to play stuff like excavation, it'd be a complete pain. So I don't really like it that much, but it's great on like certain maps. That's pretty much it. Oh god, if I don't crit on Wallspark, oh my god. Oh yeah, you kind of want to pop your Vinktars and Diamond before you use your Wallspark. Because it snapshots the damage and crit, I think. Okay, so let me show you the changes on the tree. Okay, so here are your options on the tree. You see I was spec'd into Trickery before, I spec'd out of that, and I was spec'd into this damage before, and I spec'd out of that, and leveled up like once or so, and I spec'd into over here. What I did was, this node right here, these 4 travel points, Fangs of the Viper, Dex, Strength, and 2 points is 5% ES and another 2% from the int. So you're specking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points for 5% ES and 7% ES and 12 attack speed. Cast speed is just kind of whatever. No one really pays attention to that. At least I don't. So you have to travel somewhere. So it's either 3 points here or 3 points here. I chose the 3 points here to get the jewel. So I'm getting 8% damage and a jewel, which is potentially 4 damage slots. So if you look at my jewel right here, it's like 17 attack speed, and that is 5 more attack speed here, but you lose 7% ES, but you gain 8 projectile. So 8 projectile, 5 attack speed versus 7% ES. And obviously I dropped the ES because I feel like mine's a little bit too high. Maybe later I'll drop like even more energy shield points over here because I feel like I have a little bit of overkill. And then with the new pathing over here, these 3 points, I spec 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points here, 4-point jewel slot I'm willing to pay, and then 3 points here from specking out of this damage and this damage. Now, if you're only interested in damage or your jewels are not too great, then feel free to spec into the damage here, or even like Throat Seeker. Those are totally okay options. But I wanted to play around with jewels a little bit more, and I spec'd into that there. The actual changes are, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points, and I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. So this is 40 crit. This is over here is 50 crit, and then I have 40 multi here, and 32 spell, 5 attack speed, versus 66 elemental damage and 15 multi. So, that is 34. So this would give me 34 damage, and this would give me 25 multi and attack speed. So as you can see, like I lost a bit of efficiency over here, I think. Overall, I get like a little bit of resist and a little bit of attack speed. So yeah, I think if you just want pure damage, this is pretty good. But if you want like a jewel slot to play around with, then this would be pretty good too. So it's basically like 25 multi versus 34 spell. I think that's like pretty close, but I think the spell damage is better at this point for me because I have so much multiplier. But I use an extra point, so the attack speed is considered as that point. Overall, I'll get probably a better jewel later, or maybe I won't. But you can spec into like the damage here, or you can spec in here, whatever is to your liking. I'm just sort of showing you some different options that you have. Okay, so this stuff like attack speed here is not bad either if you want to go to the Druidic rate. So you go down this path and get the Druidic rate. That would make your Victors come up a lot faster than what I have right now. So the other option you have is Throat Seeker, and that's 24 plus 30, 54 multi for 4 points. So that's not too bad. It's comparable to this, depending on your current multiplier values. And then, finally you have something like 7 attack speed and getting straight up multiplier, which is like kind of average overall. I think this is better efficiency. So those are your options. You can also take, what I had in the previous videos, attack speed, and then get the ES over here. But I think that's kind of just average, not really worth. So I'll close the video now, and you guys can decide what you want or like in the tree. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask below, and see you guys next time.